Hello friends and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time with us, my name's Elena and today we're doing something topical because I watched Into the Spiderverse like 2 weekends ago or something like that, and it was incredible and I haven't stopped thinking about it since, and I almost cried, except for I was with somebody that I don't know well enough to cry around. So that was unfortunate, but I did want to relive that experience by looking at screen grabs, or not screen grabs, stills from the movie and stuff, to make all of the Spideys. So obviously we started with Miles Morales because he's my son and I love him. That's kind of the logic behind all these choices. Obviously, as usual, I picked their aspirations and stuff off camera because that's boring. But he's got the painter aspiration because he's just this beautiful little talented artist. And stop going into detail mode. And he is, I think that's goofy. No, he's cheerful and good because he is. He is those things. I had a lot of fun making him. His profile, I had like a reference picture of his profile. It was like some concept art from the movie, so obviously it wasn't completely canonical to the character. But I tried to match his profile like maybe a little too intensely, and it ended up looking kind of whack, but it's fine. And he has just like the most amazing nose like in the entire world. I think that's my favorite part of his character design is just like he's got that like very wide distinct nose. I love it when a character has something distinct about them, so it's easier to make a sim. But yeah, so they all have like more cartoony, like bigger features because like nothing, somehow the brow things on the Sims are always terrible. Like there's no good brows. Like there's just no good brow ridge option. Somehow always the best one is the one that your Sim got randomized into it with. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. But yeah, so all of them have like bigger, more cartoony features, which is my favorite way to make Sims, so God bless. But yeah, Miles he's got big ol' eyes. They open more like upward than they do downward, which is kind of fun. And then he's got that adorable nose. And then, yeah, I don't know. He's such a sweet, amazing boy. And I would die for him, probably. So I made him a teenager. This is another one of those times when the fact that the teenagers basically just look like skinny adults is kind of annoying because he does have just like kind of a babyish, like he's a baby boy. He's got like a baby face. And I think in the movie itself, he's supposed to be like 14 or something like that. And to me, like these teenager options don't super look like a 14-year-old to me. They look like a 17-year-old. It's fine. But yeah, so I tried to give him that baby face. Like he's got the very rounded features and everything. The hair situation wasn't perfect because he does have very like, he's got a fro, but it's more like contoured on the sides. Like it's the sides are shaved down quite a bit further, so he doesn't quite have that like circle puff, but I still think it worked pretty well. Yeah, so he's like my baby, and he's just kind of a skinny kid, so you give him a skinny kid body. And so for each of their like main outfits, I went with the outfit that they kind of spend most of the film in. So for Peter, for Miles, it's he's got that like hoodie with his Spider-Man outfit under it, and like the legs of the Spider-Man outfit are like pulled up under his shorts, but you can still see him, so I gave him those little leggings. And then he's wearing the same pair of sneakers the whole thing, which we had a very accurate dupe for in the like Sims archive, so I think I gave him those sneakers with every single outfit that he has, maybe besides like one. But yeah, so this is his like, you know, bumming around town with his secret Spider-Man outfit. And then for the formal wear for the kids, I gave them like, well, for Miles and Gwen, I gave them like the school uniforms that they wear, which there wasn't a lot. There's like a moment in the trailer where you can see what the school uniforms kind of look like, so I went off of that, I guess. Oh yeah, and then I was debating adding the like the superhero outfit as a second option to their everyday outfit, but I just went through and made it the athletic wear for all of them. So all of them have like the closest I could get to their Spidey suits, and they're in the athletic wear like category. So yeah, one unfortunate thing among many unfortunate things was that just the masks look really like weird. I don't know. Like I'm glad they did have that mask option, but just it looks like they're gonna go rob somebody instead of like save the world. I don't know. But yeah, so I I gave him for his athletic wear, like, a Spidey outfit, or as close as I could get to one. There's not a whole lot that has the, like, right color patterns, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. And then PJs, I know he wears gray sweatpants at one point in the movie when he, like, runs away from school to go visit his uncle. Is that spoilers? I don't know. So I gave him that. And then party outfit, he obviously had to have the headphones. But I spent a while trying to pick an outfit that was actually good to go with the headphones. And then I decided, like, no, I want him to wear his red sneakers because he clearly is obsessed with those. So then I had to make the outfit match the red sneakers. It was just a whole thing. But we ended up with that hat, I believe. He's just, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this. Like, they do such a good job giving you a sense of the character's style, I think, in that movie. I know that that's not the most important part of a superhero movie, but they really do a good job. Yeah, I think this is the one outfit that I gave him the like, slides. Because, you know, he's a high school boy. That's what he does. He wears slides. Obviously, sunglasses. You know, he's cool. He's walking down the street. Saying hi to people. And then for this, because they make it so clear that his mom and dad just, like, love him to death, I just thought it was cute to give him, like, the biggest jacket and, like, the biggest puffy hat and the biggest gloves, because his parents, you know, his mom is going to be like, no, you're not leaving the house without the big coat. And he's like, Mom, I don't need it. She's like, it's cold. We're in New York. It's cold. You have to wear it. Anyway, I love them. And then Peter B. Parker. So this is the dad Spider-Man that just is feeling totally jaded. He also had, like, the character design in this movie is, like, you know, it's just good. So Peter B. Parker has a very long face. He's got a really long nose. Like, he's just, he looks tired all the time. Okay, and his traits. So I gave him the soulmate aspiration because, like, that's what he spends most of the movie thinking about, is getting back to Mary Jane. And then the lazy trait, just because I feel like it would be fun to have him just take naps in the game and watch a lot of TV, because that's kind of what he wants to do all the time anyways. Good. They all have good, I'm pretty sure. And then loner, because he's like, I don't want kids, I don't need other people, whatever. And I was reading, because for some of them, like, ages and stuff weren't clear, so I looked through all of their, like, fan wiki pages. So for Gwen Stacy, right? One of her definitive traits I would say is definitely loner. And so I gave her, like, quite a bit of, I don't know what I'm saying. I gave her the loner trait, because, like, in the movie she's constantly like, I don't need friends, I don't do friends, I don't whatever. And then on her Wikipedia page, it says that she shares most of Peter Parker's, like, drives and stuff like that when she's Spider-Woman. So I gave Peter B. Parker the loner trait also. That was an unnecessary explanation. But anyway, there's his face. I gave him the dad gut, because obviously. But I still gave him some muscle because he's still swinging around from stuff. The hardest part of dressing him was definitely finding the right, because he's always wearing that, like, big green coat over top of his Spidey outfit and sweatpants. So the sweatpants were an absolute must. So I had to find a longish coat in, like, the top category instead of in the full body category. It was a whole thing. My life is hard. But I switched it around, like, a couple of times, but I ended up keeping that coat, and I think that's the best choice, because it has, like, that orange shirt under it. I know it's not red, but, like, it's kind of visually good enough. And it just makes him look like a tired dad, which is what he is. And then, unfortunately, you can't give them mismatching shoes, but I did give him, like, the Converse that he shows up in. I think he wears a Converse and a boot for the whole movie, which is hilarious. And I think the boot is the one that he picks up off the street. So yeah, pajamas. I'm sure they show you in the movie what he wears to bed, but I wasn't paying attention. And the robe just seemed correct. Okay, so then for his outfit, same mask. I just went through and found, like, tight fitness clothes. There's nothing that's, like, red and blue, which is unfortunate. So I gave him just, like, blue pants, I think. Like, it's whatever. And then, yeah, like, the actual Spider-Man outfit, it took me a while to figure this out. I know, I promise I was, like, looking at reference pictures the whole time, but it took me a second to figure out that, actually, it's blue pants and then red socks that go, like, all the way up. So, it's fine. It's fine. If I was smart, I probably would have just given them the superhero outfits from, like, Get Famous, but they didn't have the right color swatches, okay? And I didn't, it upset me that they didn't have the right color swatches, so you get this mess instead. But if you want to, you can go through and change it. Yeah, so party outfit, I don't know, I didn't spend a whole lot of time thinking through, like, exactly how he would do this. I just gave him something that I felt fit the vibe. For all of them, I gave them clothes that were basically in the same color family as their superhero outfits. So, yeah. He's just, I've said many times before, I love dressing characters like dorky dads, so this was easy and fun for me. Yeah, so that's Peter B. My adult. He's technically Penny Parker's dad because you have to assign an adult. With, like, kids in the household, you have to assign an adult to be their, like, parent, so Peter Parker is Penny Parker's dad. Yeah, Gwen Stacy, also a teen. I gave her that brainy trait. I don't really know why. It was hard to figure out what exactly would be correct for her, because I think as far as I know, like, as much as I know about Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy's, like, also kind of a nerd, like, I think MJ is supposed to be, like, the girl next door, and Gwen Stacy is a girl at school that is, like, kind of into the same things that Peter is. I don't know, but so I gave her, like, a nerdy aspiration, I guess, and then active and loner. She's the only one that doesn't have good as a trait. Yikes. But active because she's a dancer, I think. And then loner because she's like, I don't need friends. I don't want friends. She did fall into kind of that same, like, I gave her an eyebrow scar for her, like, eyebrow ring. Just because I thought that was fun. But yeah, she did kind of fall into that, like, heart-shaped face, pointy chin, giant eye thing that I really am irritated by when, like, Pixar does it. But we all have flaws. So yeah, she did still have, like, an interesting, distinct face to design off of. So there's that. She kind of reminded me of, yeah, there's a scar to represent her eyebrow ring. She did kind of remind me of the face. This is one of the most interesting human faces I've ever seen, is the lead actress from the, CW, I think, series Siren, or maybe it's Freeform, I forget. But, like, she just has this unbelievably, like, wide, her eyes are spread really wide. She's just very, like, she literally looks like she crawled out of the ocean. And it's kind of unsettling, but she's really beautiful. But it's just kind of this, like, I was like, she has to be wearing prosthetics, and I looked it up, and she's not. Anyway, that was a fun anecdote about a TV show none of you have heard of or care about. But yeah, so Gwen, she's cute. I liked her. Her outfit was a little meh, but it's kind of hard to find the right. Yeah, those are her little, like, she wears point shoes all the time during the movie, which I didn't realize till I was looking at screenshots, but I love it. So I gave her those little slippers from City Living. Yeah. So her like, superhero outfit and her main outfit look really similar because she wears, like, the same thing most of the time during the movie. But she does take the hood down when she's when she's not being in superhero mode. So that's really the only difference. And then for her formal outfit, I gave her a school uniform as well. I just gave her, like, kind of the same exact one as Miles, because I didn't want to give her, like, a skirt or whatever. Like, that seemed stupid. Yeah, for some reason the sim spawned with, like, a ton of makeup on, so I had to go through and remove it every time. But yeah, so I gave her, like, the same, like, teal and pink kind of colors for everything. I give every single female sim I make this shirt, one of their outfits. It's fine. But yeah, because I definitely, like, she doesn't strike me as a tomboy necessarily, but she's not, like, I don't think she would be very interested in, like, putting on makeup all the time, like, she's got other stuff to do. She's tired. So yeah. And then lots of teal and blue and white, teal and pink and white, because, like, that's the color scheme that they gave Spider-Woman when they made her a comic book about her. It's fine. I'm not mad. But yeah, so I think she's cute. She's a cute little jock. That's what she is. She's a jock. She's not a tomboy, but she is definitely a jock. I dressed her sort of like how my dancer friends dress, because I do have a lot of those, and it's very, like, this is comfy. This is comfy. I could start doing a modern class in it if I wanted to. And then, yeah, so just the little cold outfit. Oh my God, did I forget to give her a cold outfit? Oh no, thank God I didn't. Yeah, I did this over the course of like 3 days, so I don't even remember what's happening. Peter Parker Noir was fun. So I made him look. I scoured Google for pictures of Peter Parker from like the Noir universe's face, and he looks pretty much like Peter B. Parker, like tired dad Spider-Man. So I gave them like pretty similar faces, but I tried to match kind of what he looks like in the one picture I could find of his face in the comic book, because it looks like in the Noir comic books, like he really just looks the same all the time. He always has his like superhero outfit on. They never show his face. They show his face one time, and it's in one of those classic comic panels where you get a gratuitous shot of like the evil villain lady dropping her towel. I love comics. Anyway, so I started out giving him like, I wanted to make him all black and white because I thought that'd be funny. And I started out giving him like a paler skin tone because he does have that in the comics. But then I realized that if I was going to keep his fedora on, I couldn't give him the mask. So I did make his skin tone like the darkest of the vampire skin tones, I think. Because it just made him look more like himself from the movie. Because there's no good way to do like a black mask if you're also wearing a hat. Okay. So what I did do is I went through the gallery. I wanted to give Peter Parker Noir those glasses. You know what I'm saying? The glasses from the science career when you get all the way to the end and they give you those like mad scientist goggles. I want to give him those. But I initially was like going through the science career, like, you know, like just cheat leveling him up in the science career to give him the goggles that I wanted. But then I was looking online and it said that it's easier just to go through the gallery and look up when people have, like, I think it's career outfits is the hashtag, and there's just Sims that people have gone through and had them level up through every career possible. So, like, I just downloaded one of those Sims, and then I made, and so then what you just saw was me going through all of, like, the fun outfit options that they now have. So I looked, again, look at that, that's nasty. I looked at all the superhero outfits, none of them were what I wanted. So we still get the Ratchet ones. But yeah, so, here he has his fun goggles. And then I just gave him, like, everything he wore had to be black and white. Because I wanted him to look like he was, like, a black and white cartoon almost. And he wears that fedora and the glasses in every outfit. I think it helps, like, it makes him look more like himself. I didn't try and make him, like, realistic in any way, shape, or form. He fully is just wearing those goggles and that hat all the time. Because he does that throughout the whole movie, so fuck it. But yeah, the one downside of this goggles thing is that it has a tiny little green bit on the end, so he's not perfectly black and white. It pisses me off, but it's fine, I'm not angry. So yeah, he's wearing that, like, Neo coat. He wears a lot of just, like, black, depressing clothing. That one's fun, actually, so that's fine. But yeah, I didn't spend a whole ton of time making his outfits. I just gave him grayscale. Everything was grayscale. But he did have the city aspiration. I don't know why. I just thought that seemed correct because he's a reporter. And then self-assured, gloomy, and a perfectionist. You don't really get a lot of information about him besides that he's voiced by Nicolas Cage. I know, it's unfortunate. Actually, no, it's perfect. Nicolas Cage does a perfect job, so I'm sorry, Nicolas. But yeah, the traits were a little bit, like, gloomy was one that I definitely knew he had, but I don't know. So Peni, she has, like, the whiz kid aspiration, and she's cheerful because she's a brilliant genius baby who's also sweet. So I was looking for her age because here's my deal. Everybody on DeviantArt.com needs to calm down, because if I see one more, like, I was looking for pictures of Peni Parker so that I could use them as a reference, and I kept finding these weird-ass, like, almost pin-up-y pictures, like, art, like, drawings and stuff of her with, like, her little, like, plaid skirt, like, blowing up slightly. Disgusting, all right? I'll kill you all with my bare hands. I looked it up. When she turns into like this, when she takes charge of the spider robot, she's 9 years old. And I know she's like an anime style in the movie, so it kind of doesn't really like give you a definitive age or anything, because I found, so she transforms into like spider girl kind of when she's 9, and then there's like a big plot point when she's 14, so maybe, but still, 14-year-old, you're disgusting, you're all gross, and I hate you. But yeah, so this hair was perfect. It's her exact hair, and I love her. I don't know, I think I was getting a snack during that little pause. It's fine. But yeah, so I did give her little like plaid, like I just got home from school outfit, but there was no black and red swatch, which is what her skirt really is. So I gave her the black and pink one, and then just kind of tried to match everything from that. So yeah, she's so cute. Look at, she's got the long socks and the little like sweater vest and stuff. I think she's adorable. Yeah, and a child. Weirdos on DeviantArt. I don't mean to call out DeviantArt specifically, but if you have drawn a picture of Peni Parker with her skirt disobeying the laws of gravity, you know who you are. And I hate you. Anyway. So yeah, look at the sweet baby angel. And I would willingly kill for her. I know she's fictional, but I would do it. But yeah, so the kid options, there's just not a lot of cute stuff, but I gave her that like the like school uniform outfit, and then I gave her the same outfit for her athletic wear, because it is her superhero outfit, is that like school uniform, which I think is amazing. And then everything else just kind of matches. Everything else is like red and pink and black and white, pretty much. But yeah, so she's just dressed like a little kid. My Peter's child. Yeah, I did find out it, like, her backstory in the universe of comic books she comes from is that she was adopted by Aunt May and Peter, which I think is the cutest shit in the entire world. So yeah, and she does have a round ass face. So yeah, she's got a round ass face. She's got giant anime eyes. Like, she's amazing. She's a star. Okay, so Spider. I looked it up. This is exactly how it's typed, is capital SP / lowercase dr. And I just wanted to make him a unit, right? Because he's just a big ass boy. So I made the most unity possible dog. All right, I started with a Newfoundland, and then I think I switched to an Akita because the Newfoundland started to look scary. But yeah, so I came up with just a big boy, just a huge boy that was cute. It took a second, because sometimes like the cute, like look at this nose. Isn't that nose kind of disturbing? And like the face, it looks like it's like collapsing in on itself. So I picked a different breed, I think, is how I fixed that problem. Yeah, look how cute. I thought it was appropriate because Akitas are, I believe, a Japanese breed of dog. I might be wrong about that, but anyway. So yeah, like I was so happy making this dog. Like, just what a unit. And him and Peni are best friends, and I don't have to kill you if you draw gross pictures of Peni Parker, because the dog will. Anyway, amazing. So yeah, I went through and kind of tried to copy the way that I saw like the designs kind of looking in all the trailers and stuff. I'm not good at like painting pets whatsoever, but I did it. I did it for you guys, so be grateful, I guess. I learned a lot, actually. Every time I use the pet painter thing, I learn more. So yeah, I was kind of giving each of its little legs the design that the spider robot's arms has. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, look at this unit. What a good boy. I think it's a boy. I forget if I made the dog a boy or a girl. I don't think it matters. The robot is a robot. It doesn't have a gender. We can all, But yeah, so just absolute unit, biggest possible dog. I'm so, like, can you even imagine how cute it is when that giant dog is next to teeny weeny little Peni? Like, amazing. And then I gave it kind of like a black face because the front of the robot just sort of has that like dark patch. Like the screen, like the LED screen, basically. So I did that. I did that for the dog. Just to have the dark face with the bright eyes staring out at you. Anyway, can you tell I'm proud of myself? That was me trying to do, like, outlines on the dog, like, trying to make the transition smoother, and I didn't realize that there was, like, an opacity slider on the paint options, but, yeah. So, Then Peter Porker, I made a cat because he's smaller than the robot, obviously, and because I feel like, okay, Peter Porker, you only get so much information about him. We do have information on John Mulaney, and John Mulaney is 100% a cat in person form. He's not a dog in person form. So I made Peter Porker a cat. So I also made him kind of hefty. He's got like bigger hips than arms, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I gave him like a long snout, and then I went through. You'll see me make some mistakes in just a second here. Yeah, so okay, he's got that snout, which isn't adorable, but I think it makes him look more pig-like, which is kind of the goal. So at first I started by going through, I was like, I'm going to make it, like, I'm going to draw the whole Spidey suit on this cat. Horrible idea. Like, watch all of these mistakes that I'm making. Horrific. I was doing this while I was watching the Ted Bundy tapes with my roommate and her friend. Mistake, because now I can't stop thinking about Ted Bundy. Anyway, yeah, I just, like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking, and it ended up looking, I spent so long trying to get this cat's, like, face to look right, and then I zoomed out, and I realized, like, this is horrifying, and I should stop. Like, bro, I should have known earlier than I did that it was horrifying, and I should stop. But for some reason, that just didn't occur to me. Yeah, here, watch me and my beautiful art skills. This is me getting distracted by the fact that Ted Bundy ran away from jail and was gone for 45 days. Homeboy was gone for 45 days and committed, like, 5 murders. I hate that man so much. I hate a lot of people today, but it's fine. Yeah, okay, this is where the mistakes really just kick in full force. I'll pinpoint for you the exact moment that I knew I was making a mistake. It's not yet. At this point, I still thought I was doing a good job. I was like, this is great. Everything's according to plan. Right? I was like, oh, this is easy. This is so great. I'm so good at painting pets. Not yet. At this point, I still didn't think I had made a mistake. I was still feeling really good about it. I actually started feeling better and better about it when I drew these lines. Yeah, I thought that this was a great idea. This was such a good concept. Didn't make for a terrifying animal at all. Right? Like, what's that? What the fuck is that? Girl, why? Alright, okay, wait for it. There, that's when I knew I'd made a mistake. Yep, I tried to keep it going, but that was the moment that I realized I had fucked everything up horribly. Because, like, I like to make them look playable. Alright, nobody's gonna play with Spidey Cat. That's disturbing. Yeah, like this. This is so bad. It's so hard to draw straight lines. Yeah, no, it's not cute. So I was like, why would I try that hard? And I instead tried to make it look like vaguely normal cat markings. They're just in really unnatural colors. So you're welcome. Things could have been so bad. And he ends up actually looking kind of cute. So good job, me. You might think that he's less cute, but please don't tell me about that. Like, Spidey Cat was God's mistake and mine, both. So I found out so much about how you can paint pets. So I just picked like a stripe pattern, and then I made the colors work a little bit more. I still gave him a black patch on his belly that kind of is shaped like a spider because, you know, art, I guess. But yeah, this is when Ted Bundy is getting executed, and I kept looking up from it and saying things that sounded weird in context, but I hadn't been watching the show that closely, so I didn't notice. But yeah, see how much cuter is this? Like, Spidey Cat was horrifying and should never have happened. I don't know what I'm doing here. This was also a mistake. But I think I made it work. Yeah, so he still gets blue patches. The unfortunate thing about this is that I made this whole cute little red and black cat, and then I was like, oh, but I forgot the blue patches. So I had to give him fucking blue pants. I know I didn't have to, but I did do that. And, like, look how... all I could think about is that drawing where it's like, if a dog wore pants, would he wear them like this or like this? And this is the first option. So I hate myself a little bit, but it's fine. This is where I discovered the opacity slider and my fucking life changed. I tried to make it look more like natural cat coloring. It didn't really work, but that's fine. He still has some stripies on his blue patches. I don't know. Like, whatever. He's a spider cat. What do you want from me? I hope not much, because I don't have a lot to give. And then I went through and I made the blending a little bit better on this dog. So there's that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry. I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate you. And I will see you all next time.